Okay, so we've now done activity 2 and activity 3. This is the intro to activity 3, which focuses on queries and reports, or report, one singular report. Now there's only 40 minutes of this, by which time by the time you get to this in your exam, you should have had about an hour and a half. So for those of you that are looking for about how long you should be doing each thing, activity 3 should be taking place in this instance about halfway through. Now, it's very clear what it is that it's asking you to do here. For queries, you're going to create a query, number 1, to display an alphabetically sorted list of commercial galleries that have exhibitions running for at least 5 days. It must show the gallery name, the gallery type, and the number of days only. So this query seems to be fairly straightforward. It gives you the field names that it's looking for, gallery name, gallery type, and the number of days only. It gives you the query, so the number of exhibitions have been running for at least 5 days, so we've got some criteria there, and we've got some sorting. So it's very clear from this brief introduction what it's asking. Query B, it says here, the gallery earns commission for every piece of art sold. The basic commission rate is 40%, and the basic combo commission rate is 20%. So those are the key identifiers here. Now, we're obviously going to need to do a calculated field here based on the price, predicted sale price, I believe it is. So based on the gallery type and based on the price, we can then calculate the rate that we're going to apply. So we're given, again, an instruction, create a query that will allow the user to enter a parameter value. So again, we're looking for those square brackets so we can put in an artist's surname. And once we do so, it will calculate the number of exhibitions that artist has been part of and the predicted commission Smart Art will receive. This query will display the artist's surname, the artist's initial, the commission rate, and the predicted commission, okay, per exhibition. So it then goes on to say evidence of your queries as screen prints using the activity sheet here. And your screen prints must show the design view of the queries specified that you've created, including fields and criteria. And that's very clear there, fields and criteria. It should also show the data sheet view, of the queries that you've created. So that's query 1 in design view and datasheet view, and query 2, or query B in this case, design view and datasheet view. If we scroll down, there's a third section to this activity, and it's creating a report. Now, what I want to point out here is that a report is based off a query. So there may be the expectation that you create a third query here. So it says create a report that shows a list of galleries and their exhibitions. For each gallery, calculate the end date for each exhibition. So you'll have the start date, you'll have the number of days it will last for, and subsequently you'll be able to calculate the end date. It says the total number of exhibitions for that gallery and the total number of days that the exhibitions will run for. You'll display a suitable report title, the gallery names, the start date for each exhibition, the end date for each exhibition, the total number of exhibitions for each gallery, and the total number of days that exhibitions will run in each gallery. So again, we're very clear on the fields that we need. Now, some of these fields, like the start date, exist in our table or tables, but things like end date and the number of exhibitions and the number of days the exhibitions will run for in each gallery are going to be calculated. And that's something that we're going to have to build in, and we'll go through in video 5. Again, very clear on the evidence. We must have the design view of the report you've created, including grouping and any calculations that exist. We must have the design view of any queries you created and used with the report, again, including fields and criteria. And we must have the datasheet view of any queries you've created and used with the report. So any queries, design and datasheet view, and the design view of the report. It then says save your database report, not a screen print, as a PDF. So you must run your report and output it as a PDF. So there are 4 elements to this task. 2 queries, one quite simple one a little bit more complex, and then as we get to the report, this is where the extended marks come from. Now, there are 12 marks for this particular activity, and there are 3 traits, if you like, that we're going to look for when we come to mark this activity, where you'll achieve the points from.